JLG Industries presents Operator Safety for the Compact Crawler. You will learn about the essential procedures for proper machine operation. By viewing this video, you are accepting responsibility for the safe and proper operation of your machine and for complying with all applicable laws and regulations covering its proper use. You must not operate any machine until you have read and understood the required manuals and have completed training under the supervision of an experienced and qualified operator. This video is intended to serve as a supplement to your Operation and Safety Manual, the AEM Safety Handbook, and the ANSI Manual of Responsibilities, located in the manual storage holder on the platform. These documents must be kept with the machine at all times, and if not available, must be obtained by contacting your local JLG distributor or by going online to www.jlg.com. Before operating your machine, verify that you are using the proper personal protective equipment. JLG requires all personnel on the platform to wear a full-body harness with a lanyard attached to the authorized lanyard anchorage point. JLG recommends all platform and ground personnel wear approved head protection. You are responsible for wearing the required personal protective equipment as it applies to your work. If you require further clarification on operating your machine, contact JLG Product Safety and Reliability at 877-JLG-SAFE or +1 717 485 6591 if outside of the United States. The JLG Compact Crawler is a boom lift designed to fit in tight spaces while providing extended elevated access. Before using each day or when changing operators, you must conduct a daily check of your machine. Always refer to your Operation and Safety Manual for the complete pre-start inspection procedure. To help you remember the procedure, JLG recommends using a process called the 5-step approach to safe equipment operation. It is designed to help keep you safe before, during, and after operation. If at any time you discover any damage or discrepancy, or if the machine does not operate properly, shut down the machine immediately. Report the problem to the proper maintenance personnel. Do not operate the machine until it is deemed safe for operation. Step 1 is conducting a walk-around inspection to ensure there is no visible damage. Start each day with a full tank of fuel or a fully charged battery. If using the electric motor, connect an approved extension cord to AC power. Ensure all the manuals are in the manual storage holder and that all periodic inspections and maintenance have been completed as outlined in the operation manual. On each component being checked, ensure that there is no visible damage, including cracks, loose or missing parts, leaks, debris, or excessive wear. All control markings, decals, and placards must be present, clean, and legible. Inspect the following parts: the platform assembly, foot switch, ladder, end gate, the remote control station, the platform rotator and machine bubble level, the hydraulic tank, the right side outriggers, the electrical and hydraulic cover assemblies, the right drive track, the boom sections and turntable, the swing drive and turntable bearing, the combustion engine and main hydraulic pump, or the lithium battery, the left side outriggers, the left drive track, the ground control station, and the electric motor and hydraulic pump. Check for modifications to original components. Verify that any modifications have been approved by JLG. Step 2 is conducting a function check of all systems. All functions must operate smoothly with precise control. Read, understand, and obey all decals and placards on the machine. Do not operate until you have done so. Ensure the machine is on a firm level surface in an area free of overhead and ground level obstructions with no load in the platform. Disconnect the remote from the platform cable. Remove the protective panel and locate the ground cable. Remove the special adapter plug and attach it to the platform cable. Then connect the ground cable to the remote. The remote will go through a pre-operational check. While in this mode, the display will indicate the check is in progress. Wait until the appropriate display icons load before operating. Start the machine by turning on 4 switches: the battery disconnect switch, the combustion engine ignition, or lithium battery switch, the emergency stop switch at the ground control station, and the emergency stop switch on the remote control station. Start the engine using the desired engine button above the key switch. Turn the key switch counterclockwise. Test the emergency stop switch at the remote control station by depressing it. The engine must turn off. Reset the switch. Press the start button on the remote for the desired power source. Ensure the engine icon on the display does not have an X. Now set the outriggers. Ensure the turntable and frame indicators are properly aligned and the closed bracket icon is present. If operating the X700AJ, move the outriggers to the full area of operation. Check that the locking pins are engaged. Set the outriggers automatically. Because you are operating from ground level, you may not have a clear view of all 4 outriggers. Use extra caution when setting them. While the machine is automatically leveling the frame, the display icon will indicate weight. Once it turns to OK, verify the machine is level by checking the bubble level. Ensure each outrigger light is on after all 4 touch the ground. Operate each aerial function using the remote. Now check the emergency lowering system. Raise the tower boom, the main boom, and the jib 6 inches each. Push in, then reset the emergency stop switch. Press and hold the emergency lowering button while lowering the jib and the 2 booms. Next, test the ground control station by operating the aerial functions. Use one hand to turn and hold the key switch clockwise and the other hand to operate the valve levers or buttons. The swing function is located in another valve bank. If it is not within easy reach, you may need another person to activate it. Disconnect the remote from the ground cable. Remove the special adapter plug and connect the remote cable. Attach the adapter plug to the ground cable. Now you are ready to check the platform controls. Use extreme caution when entering and leaving the platform. Always face the machine and use the 3-point contact method. This means that 1 hand and 2 feet, or 2 hands and 1 foot, are in contact with the machine at all times. Ensure the drop bar falls into place and properly secure the lanyard from your fall protection device to one of the designated anchorage points. The ladder must only be used when entering or exiting the platform. When not in use, pull the ladder cable to stow the ladder. Test the foot switch. The engine must not turn on when you press the start button while the foot switch is depressed. Press the start button for the desired power source. Wait until the appropriate display icons load before operating. Test the horn by pressing buttons 5 and 6 simultaneously. If the service mode appears after sounding, press button 9 to escape. Test the capacity mode of the jib. When elevated, it must change from 440 pounds, or 200 kilograms, to 300 pounds, or 136 kilograms. Now operate the aerial functions. Raise and lower the tower and main booms. Operate the telescope, platform rotate, jib, and swing functions. Ensure all aerial functions stop when the foot switch is released. Next, extend and retract the tracks. Now operate the ground functions. First, automatically retract all 4 outriggers. Then, manually test each outrigger. Next, exit the platform. If using the X700AJ, stow the outriggers. Remove the remote from its holder. Check the aerial and ground functions. Ensure no functions except track and jib operate while the outriggers are not properly set. Check the drive and steer functions. Check that the drive brake holds when the machine is stopped on a grade. The grade must not exceed the rated gradability as stated in the operation manual. This concludes the function check. Remember, if you discover any issue, report it to the proper maintenance personnel. Do not operate until the machine is deemed safe. Step 3 is conducting a worksite hazard assessment. This assessment identifies any potential hazards before and during operation. First, check surface conditions. Check for holes, bumps, drop-offs, obstructions, debris, and other potential ground hazards. Ensure the chassis and the outriggers are at least 2 feet or 0.6 meters away from these hazards. Ensure that structures, such as bridges and trucks, are adequate to support the maximum load of the machine as indicated in the operation manual. The outriggers will set up on an uneven, firm surface, but the outrigger pads must be horizontal. Check the operation manual to verify how many degrees the outriggers will level. Do not set the outriggers on soft surfaces. Next, check surrounding conditions. Keep non-operating personnel at least 6 feet or 1.8 meters away from the machine during operation. Position barricades as necessary. Finally, check for overhead conditions, such as electrical lines, bridge cranes, and other potential obstructions. Disconnect power to overhead cranes and electrical lines. Keep in mind that your machine is not insulated and does not provide protection from contact or proximity to electrical current. Follow the minimum approach distance as outlined in the operation manual. Maintain a safe distance of at least 10 feet or 3 meters between any part of the machine, its occupants, and their equipment from electrical lines, apparatus, or any energized parts carrying up to 50,000 volts exposed or insulated. 1 foot of additional clearance is required for every additional 30,000 volts or less. Allow for machine movement and electrical line swaying. This requirement shall apply except where employer, local, or governmental regulations are more stringent. The minimum approach distance may be reduced if insulating barriers are installed to prevent contact, and if the barriers are rated for the voltage of the line being guarded. These barriers shall not be part of or attached to the machine. The minimum approach distance shall be reduced to a distance within the design working dimensions of the insulating barrier. This determination shall be made by a qualified person in accordance with the employer, local, or governmental requirements for work practices near energized equipment. Assume all electrical parts and wiring are energized unless known otherwise. Step 4 is proper operation. Follow these safety precautions while operating. Do not operate any machine on which the decals or placards are missing or illegible. All ground personnel must be thoroughly familiar with operating the ground control functions in an emergency situation, including the manual descent system. Do not allow personnel to tamper with or operate the machine from the ground with personnel in the platform except in an emergency. If using the electric motor, ensure the cord is not in your travel path. Avoid any buildup of debris on the platform floor. Keep mud, oil, grease, and other slippery substances from your footwear. Know the total weight of all individuals, tools, and materials to be placed in the platform before operation. Never exceed the rated capacity. Do not operate when the wind conditions exceed the maximum speed as outlined in the operation manual. Do not cover the platform sides or carry large surface area items in the platform when operating outdoors. The addition of such items increases the machine's exposed wind area. Never use the jib arm assembly to gain access to or leave the platform. Keep hands and limbs out of the boom arm assembly during operation. Check work area clearances above, on the sides, and below the platform when lifting or lowering. Do not operate without guardrails secured in place. Keep all body parts inside during operation. Do not increase the platform size with unauthorized deck extensions or attachments. Keep both feet firmly positioned on the platform floor at all times. Never use ladders, boxes, steps, planks, or similar items to provide additional reach. Do not operate while on trucks, trailers, rail cars, floating vessels, scaffolds, or other equipment unless approved in writing by JLG. Never attempt to use the machine as a crane. Do not tie off the machine to any adjacent structure. Never attach a wire, cable, or any similar item to the platform. When two persons are in the platform, the operator shall be responsible for all machine operations. Exercise extreme caution at all times to prevent obstacles from interfering with operating controls and platform personnel. When driving, limit your travel speed according to ground surface conditions, congestion, visibility, slope, personnel location, and other factors causing hazards of collision or injury. Always post a lookout when driving in areas where vision is obstructed. Do not use high drive speed in closed areas or when driving in reverse. Be aware of stopping distances in all drive speeds. Travel grades in low drive speed only. Do not exceed the allowable side slope and grade while driving. When loading and unloading, be aware of the breakover point which may cause the machine to rebalance quickly. Drive the machine slowly with the remote out of its holder to prevent damage. Step 5 is proper shutdown. Drive the machine to a well-protected and ventilated area. Ensure the machine is in the stowed position. Press the emergency stop switch at the remote control station. Rotate the remote control station cover to protect it from hostile environmental conditions. Lock if desired. Press the emergency stop switch at the ground control station and remove the key. Turn off the engine and remove the key to prevent unauthorized operation. If storing the machine for an extended period, turn off the battery disconnect switch and chock the tracks. If equipped, charge the lithium battery as outlined in the operation manual. By following the 5-step approach to safe equipment operation, you can complete your work safely using your JLG compact crawler. Safe operation is critical to avoid potential hazards. Remember, You are responsible for completing the proper training, for reading and understanding the required manuals, and for complying with all applicable laws and regulations. If you require further clarification on the safe operation of your machine, contact JLG Product Safety and Reliability at 877-JLG-SAFE or +1 717-485-6591 if outside of the United States. JLG Ground Support, reaching out to help you meet your potential.